Hi guys, Dave in Texas here, and what you're looking at is a red label Yamaha, very similar to the one I've been working on for myself, as well as a kind of a duplicate one I've got tucked away. Anyhow, this one's been used very carefully, very lovingly, and it's got flat frets on it, and it also has the cowboy cord indentions coming right in behind them. So the only thing you really can do is recrown these or refret them. One or the other, that's all you can do. And I tried playing it with the tuner on it, and everything was playing flat. I put the guitar in a tune, played the individual note, checked the individual note, and it was flat. So that's not there's not much you can do when that happens, you know. Oh boy. So anyway, this seems to be a newer one because of the type of truss rod cover and the you know, overall condition of it compared to mine. But still an excellent guitar, nothing wrong with it, but flat frets. So I've already crowned a few of these things to show you what I'm doing, give you an idea what it takes, and I've already done 3 of these videos showing how to recrown, so I don't think I need to show too many more of these things. I'm sure you're bored by now with them, but all I do is go through with a blue marker, I mark them up and end up with my file that recrowns and removes away the size down to the rounded area, and you see what gets left is a little kind of a long elongated triangle shape that needs to be filed some more. Okay, dokie. Over here you got a tiny one on the opposite side needs to be knocked out again with the file. And this takes about 2 hours to do. Recrowning does, and after which you need to level them, right? Make sure they're level across the fretboard. And anything that's high on this side down here because of lack of use, you got to knock that down some more, get these level. Okie doke. So all I can do to get you to see this, because the camera's in my way, is to stop work for a minute, change the camera over, and let you see if you get recrown. So hang in there, guys. Okay, this one, before we touch it again, we'll go back and retape it. That one's getting a little bit shaky, but it still needs to be filed. So does this one. And this paper on it, the paper tape is painter's tape, so it's very mild and unabrasive to the fretboard. Now, yes, it's a little less stable in my office than it is my shop, but right now my shop is like 30 degrees, even with my 2 little ceramic heaters in there. I need a third, I guess, but that's where we sit. So hang in there, someone's at the door, see what they want. Alright, what you see here is a long line triangle top shape, is what I'm trying to describe it as. And that is the part that I'm not hitting with my file yet. It's also the part that remains flat. But you can see a nice line that started, and that's the beginning of the rounding. And if there's any type of line left, I take my little individual file and knock that down by rounding it over. But this file here usually does the trick pretty good. Okay, I'm trying to think what else I could show you is the technique of doing this job, make it easier for you if you want to try it yourself. Now the files are about 50 bucks. It takes about 2 hours to do the first part. You can polish them by hand with steel wool and some fret erasers. That's another, I'll say it's 50 bucks for the fret erasers, the chucks, and the steel wool. Or a Dremel and those tools, that's 150 bucks to have somebody else do it for you, then try to buy all those tools and never use them again. Unless you want to go into business for yourself, fixing guitars. Okie dokie, so let's just do one completely, and show you what I'm talking about. This is one right here. Let's do it from start to finish. As you can see, I'm not just going. As you can see, I'm not just taking it straight across. I'm actually giving it like an arcing motion. This one's very resistant. It is extremely flat. And you're doing it kind of like this, not just straight across, back and forth. You're following the radius of the fretboard is what you're trying to do. Okay, that's as far as I can go with that setup as it is. So, hang in there, guys. Okay, let's continue on down. I'm going to retape a bunch of these because this guitar is so close to the no-go-go of recrowning as compared to refretting that it's going to be tough. But I am doing my utmost, and if I had to, I'll switch from this file to a hand file and do it the old-fashioned way. I think y'all seen me do that before when I was finishing up some crowns that were tough. I got out a three-sided file that's flat on two sides and finished up the roundup on them. But I don't want to lose this guitar as far as getting it done right and have a nice job for Paul. But, oh wow, don't file your, hey guys, just don't file your guitar frets flat. Just don't do it. It may give you a little bit more time to play it, but what you're doing in essence, you're taking away your options to recrown the guitar. Now down here at the back side, you know, down the other way, there's plenty of fret to work with, but up here where it's played the most, there's just barely enough left, and I showed him how to check that with a feeler gauge, and he was kind of shocked too that most of it was gone as well. But there's not a lot to do when you have a guitar that's basically, you know, older like this, and it's got you know, frets that are kind of worn out. Not much choices. And as usual, my camera keeps going in and out because of the battery and the very worn out connection to the transformer to it. But anyway, let's go to the next one. And that paper tape split away from the edge of the fret, so there's no problem there. I just kind of just went the wrong direction, but it didn't hurt the fretboard. As you can see, this one is another high one that's taking the rounding just readily. You know, it's just doing it. You see that blue magic marker start just disappearing and becoming rounded. And if you had a magnifier, you'd see a tiny, tiny little line that runs the entire length of these frets when you're rounding and recrowning. And you got to get that off there. And for that job, use a little tiny hand file. But it's very good at what it does. It's about 50 bucks. So, I don't know if you want to buy one of those or not. But right at the moment, I still have a few little spots on this one to do. I get really careful when I get near the body of this guitar. As you can see, I got really well taped around it, so there's no issues about hitting these tops, spruce tops. And sure, it's not a very expensive guitar, but you want somebody to take care of your guitar is the way, you know, you take care of your own. You don't want it being beat up, which can happen. Okay, let's cut away for a while, guys. Be right back. Okay, we're down to the last fret. It's shaping up really quick and easy. No issues. Oh man, that was fast. And it's back to crowned again. It's just going to get polished. Okay, so we have semi-recrowned this guitar. Let me back this up and show you. And there she be, this little red label. Alright, nice little guitar. Sounds really, sorry guys, sounds good. But we've gone through and done them all, but the first 8 we're going to redo them again and retape them. What we'll do is leave this tape on there for the polish up later on. But we'll take the first 8 off to retape. You don't want to tape over the previous tape because it raises the height too much on the fretboard. So hang in there, guys. Here we are back on the retouch work on these frets, the recrowning. These are the first 8 frets that need to be retaped and re-leveled on that tape to make sure I can get down as best I can to save these frets from a refret job. And that's the last thing I want to have to do. And when I told him it's going to be really close, it is going to be close getting these things done, but I think I've got it. I think I've got the first fret, which is the toughest one to do because it had the most material missing from it. And all we gotta do is get down to a level past those chords, those cowboy chord indentions, and I'm set. There. Yes. Okay. That was the lowest, so if I can do the lowest, I should be able to do these others. But then again, who knows? These guitars can throw you for a loop if you're not careful. You may find one that they've whacked down so low you can't do anything with it. But hang in there, guys. We'll start showing the finish up on this Recrown. What else on this guitar? Gosh, got a broken pin in it. That'll need to be replaced, and the string pin. Alright, so I got one fret. One fret I've got to do with the file, the hand file, to kick down a little issue with it. That I don't want to go any deeper on it with the big file. So I'm going to set this guitar aside, and believe it or not, bring in the next one into my office to tape it up today since it's so cold today. It's afternoon now. I think it was 2 hours. Anyway, finish this one up later on and get back to it. So hang in there, guys, while I switch to a different guitar to do another fret crowning. Hang in there. Well, we finished the recrown on this. We got it back in the shop now. The temperature's nice and warm. And we're going to take the tape off it, polish it up, get the linseed oil back on it to make sure it stays well. Because this tape, like I said before, it does absorb that linseed oil. And of course, this tape does not do any damage to the finish at all. That's why we all use it. All repair shops use it. It sticks well, but does not do anything to the finish. And once I get this tape off here, I'll go ahead and get that linseed oil back on there, let it sit for a while, let it soak in, and then go about restringing this guitar up. And there are a few things I want to try on it that I was told I could do. I've got some touch-up pencils that I was told I can use on this guitar. Touch-up inks and shellac or poly touch-ups, and I never used them before. And I asked the owner, Paul, if I could try them on his, and he said, yeah. He said, go ahead. I wasn't going to charge you for it. Just want to see what they turned out to be like. And if you didn't mind me try them on his guitar first and see what the results were. He has a couple of nasty deep scratches in his guitar that leave it kind of nasty looking in spots, but I think we can at least hide those. I'm not going to fill them in or anything. Just going to color them in, basically. That's all we're going to do. Okay, so here we got these little touch-up pens I'm going to try on his guitar and see if that helps take away some of that scratch look. It's not to, you know, hide it, just kind of just help it blend in a little more than just that white scratched up look it's got. And of course right here, we're working with this linseed oil to get all that metal shavings off, the bit last of them, get that off, make sure that they're all clean, and that wood treated again. So we're going to get this one more little dunk with the oil. I'll make sure it gets it treated very nicely. Make sure I get all that filings off there. Make sure those are clean. Nice clean frets again. Nice rounded frets. Got a nice crown on them. Still a lot of life left in this guitar, even though it's, you know, very old. And what really needs done to it next is to shave the fret beds, the wood itself, to get those scallops out of there. But I don't think he wants to do that right now. We'll have to find out. But we're looking at a lot of years of use on this guitar. And it's pretty good shape. It sounds real good. I've played it before. And we'll just let that soak in a little bit more. And get this thing strung up. Get all that left over off. We've already gone and polished the frets up, so that's been done. They're nice and shiny again, nice and true. Now we're going to put on some medium lights for him that he wants, as well as we're going to check out these touch-up sticks that StewMac has. We're going to see what they work like. And we'll look at the Vintage Amber and Age Clear Lacquer. What we're going to try for. Let's see how well those do. Alright, Vintage Amber. Let's take a look and see what that looks like. It says shake it up. Relieve pressure by depressing the nib to upright position. To start flow, press pin and nib down until wet. Keep tip wet while pressing nib as lacquer is drawn away. So, press it down until it's wet. Let's find something we can press it down on and not make a mess on. Well, darn it. Go with this work envelope. Okay. Let's get some color out of this thing. There it comes. It looks like it's going to be pretty much the right color for what we want to do. See that? So let's just gently touch that up. Vintage Amber. Those nasty cracks or deep gashes that are in this guitar. I'll smooth that out a bit. It's going to dry out pretty nice, I think. You know, once it's dry. And once it's dry, we'll put on the Vintage Age Clear Lacquer to make sure it stays that way. Pretty nice, guys, pretty nice. Not perfect, not excellent, but pretty nice. That's what we're going for. It's a simple touch-up to hide those white cutout marks that were in the body of his guitar. Alright, well, we got the number 22 gauge coming in. Like I said, these are medium lights, so they should give this guitar a great tone. They're not too light that you don't get the volume that you want from an acoustic, but they're lined up to make it easier to play. And I got to reach my hand around the camera just to get to this thing. That's not going to work too well, I can guarantee you. Alright, again, counter wrap it. There we go. So I get 2 wraps around it. Okay, there we go. Got that one done. Alrighty. Hang in there, guys. Okay, back at it again. Now we come down to the unwound. And let's get these on there. I think I'm going to put some more of that touch-up on here. Now that I'm closer to it, I'm looking more on that guitar. It did a pretty good job. And there are light and dark spots on this guitar, just the way it's made. So it's not that, you can't tell it that much has been done. It's not obtrusive. Okay, and of course this one you need even less of a a wrap on it, or a lead. Okay. Not sure close enough to this. Alright. We're going to take this back about yay far. And get a little twist. Keep that tight. Stay below the one above it. Like I said, I only want to get 2 or 3 wraps on this. And we're almost there. My hand out of the way. Go ahead and finish that by hand. Okay, got that one done. Let's clip these off. Okay. All right, let's get it tuned up and get going here. If you'll look, that was really hard white scratches were in the guitar. And I left some of it, you know, on there, not completely covering it, but that came out really nice, I think. And it also protects it as well. So not a bad job, guys, not a bad job. Hang in there, we'll keep tuning this thing up. Okay guys, almost in tune. Not bad, guys. Nice tone on this guitar. Nice tone. Nice. I think it's really going to appreciate this now. It plays really sweet now, guys. Anyway, hang in there. We'll get him to play it and let him let you know what it sounds like. So hang in there, guys. Okay, guys. Paul's got his Yamaha back, his Red Label antique back that looks like new. Anyway, he's got it back. He's got it to tune. Paul, what do you think? Like the way it turned out?
Well, I think so. I'm going to try to play it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm going to get my fingers calibrated to this this neck because I've been playing a classical for a long time now. But
let's hear it.
Give it a try.
Yeah, let's hear what the voice sounds like of your guitar.
See, I can't get my fingers in the right place.
Well, yeah, it's a much different.
I think I'll just run some chords here.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Do a Johnny Cash style, some thumb strumming.
Yeah.
not very good. Okay, for me, guitar's great. I'm not good.
Don't get nervous. Every place. That's got a beautiful tone to it. I love those old Yamahas. I've got one. I've got one from the 70s, you know? It's a green label, you know, kind of rare. Unfortunately, I had to do a fret job on it too. I had to replace all the frets. Wow. That's
great.
Fantastic.
That's great.
That you like it?
I like it.
Cool.
It's going to take some time to recalibrate my fingers and my hands to this guitar.
Yeah, cool.
But actually I plan to do a little more, you know, try to learn some flat picking and the like.
Did you want to sell it?
No. No,
Okay.
I've had this guitar for 47 years.
Oh, okay.
It's been, hasn't received a lot of attention, and actually in all of that time, this is the first time, your work is the first time it's had any kind of professional attention.
Cool.
And I thought it would benefit from that after all of that time, so I appreciate it. I was going to look, now when I brought this to you, all of the frets were flat. And that was kind of a mystery, and I did a little investigation with the Yamaha folks online, and it seemed like they came that way, some of them, and it's unusual. I don't really understand that, but you did a Recrown job on this, and set it up, and so everything's right. And
well, the main thing is that when you wear them down, you know, even though they're flat to begin with, they're worn down after playing after 47 years. You got to bring them back, otherwise you always play in a flat note. You know what I'm saying? You can't bend it enough. But that came out really nice.
And then you were able to treat some of these grooves I'd worn playing my cowboy chords up here. So that's really neat.
What do you think about the scratches?
Where
are they?
Well, you know, I didn't have too many. There might have been a few back here. But, oh, okay. Now I did have some area up here that was kind of faded.
What do you think?
No, that's good. That's really good.
That look nice?
That's good.
Try banging it some, Paul. Give it some really oomph. Let's hear that thing, how its voice is. Give it some chord play. Yeah. Yeah.
No, great. Yeah, I just need to come up to the level of the guitar. Well, I'll never do that. But,
well, you had 2 offers to buy it.
Really?
Yeah, and I always tell everybody, and this needs to be on camera, I never accept the money. I put the seller and the owner together and they work out their own deal. I don't get involved with it, you know what I'm saying? It's just better that way, because I had some guy accuse me of getting you know, a kickback, and I don't do that. But since you don't want to sell it, you know, it doesn't matter.
No, it's a keeper.
Yeah, I'd imagine, yeah. 47 years.
That's great. No, somebody else will have to be the one to sell it, I think.
Be careful in that stand. Don't let it fall over, dude. That stand's wonky, so be real careful.
Yeah, I think it feels stable.
Okay, all right.
Good.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Appreciate it.
Okay. All right, guys. Any questions? Give me a holler. Dave in Texas. Bye.